Hi, welcome to God Academy. This is Krantikumar, Physics Professor. In this series of videos, I am discussing JEE Mains question papers which was held in the year 2023 in the month of January, 24th onwards. So here we are having 8 different question papers. Each paper consists of nearly 30 questions. So overall, 240 questions we are discussing here. Okay, I hope that this information will be very useful to you. If you like this video, so please subscribe our channel for more upcoming videos and updates. Below this video, we are providing a link. You can click on it to watch all the 240 questions of JEE Mains, so that I feel that it will be very much informative to you. If you like my teaching and the way of explanation, and if you're interested to have the live online training classes with me, so please call us on the display details. Children, now let us discuss our question paper which was held on Jan 25th. That is morning session paper consisting of 30 questions. So now let us get started with that. So look, my dear children. So what I am requesting is that you just take a pause and read the question for 2 to 3 minutes, okay? So that you will understand it better, what I am explaining here. So now children, before reading the question, you have to identify this is from which chapter. That is step 1. Step 2 is that when you identify the chapter as well as its subtopic, we could recollect few of its formulas. So with that formula, we can easily obtain the relationship between different parameters, isn't it? So now see here, electron beam was given. It was given as electron beam is used in an microscope when accelerated by a voltage of 20. So voltage is given and it has a de Broglie wavelength. So he has given the wavelength. And in the other case also voltage has been increased to so and so, is asking wavelength, children. So if you observe, this entire question is nothing but finding out the relationship between the voltage and wavelength. So the journey here, what we observe is that we could write the relationship between the voltage and wavelength. That is what we have to do here. So what is this chapter name? So since he has mentioned de Broglie, so you have to recollect that it is from your dual nature chapter. Dual nature chapter. So there the subtopic is de Broglie only. Okay. So in this de Broglie, we have studied different relations and different formulas. That is wavelength lambda is equal to h by mv. Okay. Or else you could write this as h by root over 2mk h by root over 2m ev. So these two are sufficient for me to explain. So look, my dear children, as per the given data, what I am asking you to identify is that between what parameters the entire question is running. If you observe between voltage and between wavelength. So in this formula, there is no voltage and there is no wavelength. So avoid this. In this, there is voltage. And here wavelength is there. Observe, my dear children. So now better to use this. That is wavelength lambda is equal to h by root of 2m ev. Isn't it? So here, as per the question, he has given this wavelength as well as this voltage. So what we could say is that from this, the wavelength lambda is proportional to 1 by root v. This is the way you have to recollect and reframe the formulas that is required for you. Okay. So since there are two voltages, we could say V1 and V2, and two wavelengths, one is given as lambda naught and other one is asking what. So what we can do from this? So since there are two wavelengths, what we have to do here? Lambda 1 by lambda 2. Okay. You can write it directly. So since it is inversely proportional to root V, what you have to do is that root over V2 by V1. Okay. Now, what was lambda 1? So lambda 1 is given as lambda naught. He is asking about lambda 2. Whereas the potential V1 is given as 20 kV and V2 is given as 40 kV. So direct question, my dear children. So directly he has given the values of lambda 1, V1 and V2. Why don't you substitute here? So lambda 1 is lambda naught. Lambda 2 we don't know. Okay. Root over V2 is taken as 40 kV and V1 is taken as 20 kV. So these two will be cancelled here, root 2. So lambda naught by lambda 2 can be written as equal to root 2. From this, he is asking what is lambda 2. Okay, just move to the other side. Lambda 2 is equal to lambda naught by root 2. See how simple it is. Directly you could find out this answer. So now look at the options, my dear children. You find out which one is matching here. Lambda naught by root 2. So option 1 no, option 2 no, option 3 no. So only option 4 is matching. Okay. So the correct option for this one is, correct answer is option 4. With this we have done our first question. Now let us move on to the next one.